What's going on, gang? We got ourselves another small lot of belt buckles. I think this one's from Goodwill. This is from my early days of attempting belt buckles, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So, we shall learn together. Hi. It's packed in here like came over the Colombian border. Let's see what we got here. I'm surprised the dogs weren't able to sniff this one out. That poor Goodwill company is going to lose money with all the tape that they're going through. Overhead costs are got to be through the roof. All right, making progress. Now we got more packages. All right, we got plenty of tape. All right, let's start with this one. This one feels lucky. What could possibly be in here? Oh my God, it's put together with scraps. All right, well, you get 5 stars for packaging. Goodwill of Pennsylvania. I have to give this guy some props. This is from Hanover Township, PA. So shout out to the tape dispensary in Hanover Township, PA. And shout out to the lovely crew at the Goodwill over there in Hanover, because they take the time to package things up. So make sure we recognize them fully for that. All right, what do we got here? Oh, damn, look at that. Cord 812 supercharged. That is awesome. Cord Owners Club US America. That is pretty sick. Oh wow, you can see like some casting texture or something on there. I don't see a maker's mark or anything like that, or any sort of identification, but that is a pretty cool belt buckle. Cord 812. I might be wearing that thing for a little bit. It's got a little rough spot there, but I'm a fan. Looks like it was carved. Somebody put a grinder on it recently. I don't know if it was too big to get into somebody's belt or what. Hopefully it's still strong enough. All right, buckle number 2 has a little maker's mark. Let's see if we can give ourselves a little teaser preview. It's 1976 Bergamot Brass Works, Wisconsin. Let's see, ready for the great reveal. 1976 Olympic Games. Well, that was older than a lot of you kids, but not older than me. Well, that's pretty cool. Olympic Games 1976, commemorative from the Bergamot Brass Works Company. And, well, this is a big one. Look at this. Central and Union Pacific Railroad Company. That thing's got a nice little bend to it. It's got whatever this maker's mark is that the same as? So it must be, that must be the Bergamot Brass maker's mark on there, because it's the same as that one. Seems to be all intact. Got a sticker on there. And this one has a bunch of, herding a bunch of bulls with whips into, is it supposed to just a barn? I don't see a railway car on there, but it says Central and Union Pacific Railroad, so that's pretty sick. There's a big buckle too, look at that. Pretty happy with that. All right. Big score for satchel number 1. Let's see what we got in sack number 2. In the interest of time, I'm just going to get right in there. All right, are we ready for the great reveal? 1776? I don't think so. Oh. What does that say? Proclaim liberty all the land throughout. All right. Proclaim liberty throughout all the land. It's a little bit wacky, but we got some enamel on a buckle with the, oh, it's the 1776 Association of Philadelphia. They must own that. This little brass buckle with some enamel on there. Got some red and some blue and a Liberty Bell. Nice. Very patriotic. What do we got here? Big surprise. No maker's mark. The big reveal. 1776 Liberty Bell to 1976. Ring for Independence. And then it's got some of the Liberty Bell markings on there. That's pretty cool. Must be like a gift shop belt buckle. And then, oh dang, look at that. Great Buffalo Trading Company, Dakota. Got a buffalo, a couple of natives on there. Bergamot Brassworks. This is a nice, looks like a brass piece. It says W36. 1973, this buckle says. That's actually pretty sweet. I like that. Little like, I don't know what that art style is, but it's like pretty sweet. I think I might be rocking this thing later. Right, bag number 3. So far, solid submission from New Hanover, PA. We're through layer 1. I'm gonna need the tape to go away. I need to sharpen that knife. Oh, we're cheating. All right, we're ready for the big reveal. What we got? Daisy something. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll recognize these things, but it feels brass. Oh, dang, look at that. Got a big old native head. That's pretty cool. This thing's got some weight to it too. And a thick patina on there. Very detailed. Even the feathers got the detail on there. I'll have to read better with some light or something. My lighting stinks in here for making videos today. Loving that buckle. And what do we got here? Long Haul by John Bill. Designed for the professional truck driver. Made in the USA. Got a small maker's mark there. Little brass buckle. Long Haul by John Bill. Got like a Wells Fargo style wagon something on there. And the last buckle of this lot, what do we got? Looks like another tourist belt buckle, 1776 to 1976. 200 years. 200 years of tiny little belt buckles. And that's it for our small little belt lot out of New Hanover, PA. I think out of this lot, I think I'm digging, well, I think that's a winner right there. That thing's beefy. And Be easier to see it if it was shined up, but that patina on there's also looking pretty cool. And then I think we got between our Dakota and our Cord 812. Where's that? Yeah, 812. I don't know. These are pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. All right. Well, thanks, Goodwill of New Hanover, PA. You've done a great job. I hope that you're able to restock your tape supply very soon so that you can get out some more packaging to some winning bidders. Until next time, we'll learn something about these buckles. And if anything turns out to be particularly important or noteworthy, then we'll be back to talk about it. See ya.